Thank you for taking the time to watch the 39th Street Church of Christ Daily Devotional. The devotional today is Procrastination by Jack Williams.
Well, here I am, out in the garage. What are you doing there, you might say? Well, my wife keeps after me. She says, Jack, have you done that devotional you was talking about? I said, not yet. I'll get around to it. No need to get pushy about it. She says, remind me again, what was the title of that devotional? Was it Procrastination? Well, that conversation really didn't happen. Now, in matter of full disclosure, it probably happened with other things on her to-do list, but not with this devotional. But the idea of procrastination, we look at it, we tease about it, we joke about it, but it's really a problem in our lives. But the reality is, it's not just a problem for me, it's a problem for others, especially when it deals with spiritual matters. You look and you realize that each day I go through, I have the opportunity to let my light shine, that others can see that life of God living in me. I show forth His glory to the world round about. What happens if I fail to take that opportunity? What about whenever I see somebody who is in need? They need a burden to be borne, as Paul said in Galatians, the 6th chapter. And I'll say, well, later, if they're still in need, what about whenever I just see the opportunity to do good? You know, Jesus in Acts, the 10th chapter, He went about doing good. It gives a little bit stronger spin to Galatians, the 6th chapter, as you have opportunity to do good unto all men, especially those of the household of faith. What if I don't seize that opportunity? You see, procrastination puts off being a Christian, being who I should be, speaking those words of encouragement, strength, speaking those words of correction, speaking those words of helping to bear a burden, speaking those words of just doing good, living that life. And I need to make sure that I do it now. In the book of Hebrews, the 3rd chapter, in verse 13, we find that there's a problem, and it's really a twofold problem that we don't realize. Hebrews, the 3rd chapter, in verse 13, exhort one another daily while it's called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. You see, I might lose my desire to help others. I can become hardened. Instead of seeing a need and being touched, I can get to where I don't care. But also, what about that person? What if I'm the one who is the exhorter, and yet I don't do it and they become hardened? That opportunity could be lost. Also realize the brevity of life. James, the 4th chapter, we find that our life is a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Could be the one I need to do good, to be an example, an exhorter, an encourager toward, or it could be me. So I need to seize the opportunity as it is here right now. So today I go forth and I live in a world of need. I live in a world that needs encouragement, needs strengthening, needs correction, needs help, needs burdens borne. They need me. They need you to be a shining light. And I need to do it now. But you know, the thing is, it starts, first of all, with taking care of me in a very certain way. One of the saddest statements in the Bible is in the book of Acts, the 24th chapter, in verse 25, where we find that Felix told Paul, when I have a more convenient season, I'll call for thee. Now, we've already seen the danger of putting that off. But what about me? What if I put off examining myself as to whether I am a child of God? A lot of people profess to be children of God. But you know, the Apostle Paul describes his conversion in Acts 22 and verse 16. Whenever he was told by a certain disciple, why tarriest thou? Rise and be baptized. Wash away thy sins, calling on the name of the Lord. Well, I'm a certain disciple. I'm asking you, what are you waiting for? Why do you not want to have your sins remitted and become a child of God? Why don't we not only do that, but then grow as a child of God? Matthew 28, 18 through 20, we are to do the things that He has commanded. We're to study to show ourselves approved unto God, workmen that needeth not be ashamed, 2 Timothy 2 and verse 15. It means I got to put my nose in the book and put my heart in the book and let my life shine forth from it. But if I wait, I can give up. You see, the first century Christians, they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine in Acts, the 2nd chapter and verse 42. As a result, they lived that life that shined. They reached out to one another. One of the amazing things about the life they lived is how they cared for each other in that first century church. And then how they went out, even in the midst of persecution. In Acts, the 8th chapter, the persecution didn't stop them. It just sent them everywhere preaching the word. Don't wait. The dangers are too great for putting off things, for procrastinating. We're to be doers of the work. Do that word, put it into life, the life that we live. Go out and have a good day. Determined to do it now. Don't wait. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this short devotional. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you'll be notified of other devotionals that will be forthcoming. Also, we encourage you to join us online live as we stream our services at each service time. More information can be found on our website at the link below. Thank you.